Did you know that red foods like barbecue, strawberries, and red velvet cake are staples at Juneteenth celebrations? The color red symbolizes the resilience of the African American community in the face of slavery and oppression. Hey there, book schoolers. Welcome to my channel where I share resources and homeschooling tips to help you create a rich and diverse learning experience for your children. I'm really passionate about incorporating historical events like Juneteenth into our homeschooling lessons. And so by celebrating Juneteenth and creating art projects that depict its traditions, your students can gain a deeper understanding of the holiday's cultural importance. Let me tell you about the incredible history of Juneteenth. Well, Juneteenth's story began with the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared enslaved people in the Confederate States legally free. On January 1st, 1863, African Americans gathered for what was called watch night services. In these services, they awaited the news of their freedom. So as midnight struck, Union soldiers marched into the South and they spread the news of freedom with copies of the Emancipation Proclamation. However, not everyone was immediately free because the news did not spread into Texas until June 19, 1865. That's when the Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas. They announced to more than 250,000 enslaved Black people in the state that they were free. This day became known as Juneteenth, and the period after emancipation is known as Reconstruction. And this was a time of great hope and many struggles because formerly enslaved people worked really hard to reunite with their families, and they established schools with the help of the government. They ran for office and actually obtained many official positions despite the many challenges that they faced. So if you're interested in diving deeper into the Reconstruction era, be sure to click the link in the description below to get on my wait list. Right now, I am putting together my 12-week lesson kit, Diverse Eras Reconstruction. As Juneteenth grows, many of its original traditions remain intact. Food is a central staple in these celebrations, including watermelon, strawberry pop, strawberries, and barbecue, and velvet cake. These items symbolize resilience of the Black community. There are also good luck foods like collard greens with red peppers and black-eyed peas with red rice. These foods add a special twist. In 2021, President Biden officially recognized Juneteenth as a federal holiday. And this is really a huge step in acknowledging this significant holiday. Now let's talk about some amazing books that you can add to your homeschool library to teach your children about Juneteenth. All right, first up is Juneteenth, Our Day of Freedom. So if you're looking for a book that your young reader can read, even a first grader, this book can be a really good choice. Juneteenth, Our Day of Freedom is a step 3 reader, which means that very young readers are going to be able to read the book on their own. This book talks about the really important holiday that celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. It's super easy to read and understand, and it helps your kids to learn about their culture. Your kids will definitely love it from beginning to end. Okay, next we have A Flag for Juneteenth, and this is by Kim Taylor. This is a very special story about a girl named Hulda, and she lives on a plantation in Texas. Right before everyone finds out that all the enslaved people are going to be free. What I really like about this book is that the author actually sewed a quilt, and these are in the pictures in the story. So this is a book that really brings the story together, and it's really good for all ages. And hey, if you're looking for a comprehensive Charlotte Mason style lesson plan, be sure to check out my Diverse Eras from Bondage to Freedom 12-week lesson plan. You can find the link in the description. If you want to learn even more about the history of Juneteenth with your kids, check this book out, What is Juneteenth by Kirsty Jewell. This book shares stories from Juneteenth parties from the present and the past. And it also talks about things that happened leading up to that happy day. There are black and white pictures and also a fun section in the middle for your kids to enjoy. The book really shows how important and joyful Juneteenth is for families. And it also talks about the sad parts of history that is connected to. And it's a really great way to introduce Juneteenth to your kids. The Juneteenth story, celebrating the end of slavery in the United States, that's a mouthful. Well, it's by Aaliyah Agostini. Well, this is another great picture book that teaches kids all about how Juneteenth started and how it's changed over time. The pictures are by Sawyer Cloud, and they're really pretty. And the story is told in a way that's easy for kids to understand. This book has a lot of facts and it talks about different feelings, okay? So this makes it great for kids of all different ages. The way the author writes is really honest and caring. And this book is even good for older kids. I think they'll enjoy it. It's fun and informative, and I think every homeschooling family should have this book. Well, our last book today is called On Juneteenth. You may have heard of it, and I recommend this book for high school students and their parents, okay? So if you're a homeschooling parent who wants to learn even more about Juneteenth than is in the children's books and how it fits into American history, On Juneteenth by Annette Gordon Reed is a book that you have just got to read. It has essays that help explain how slavery changed Texas and the United States. The author writes in a way that's easy to read, and she shares her own stories. There's also a couple of black and white pictures in the book. It's a really short book, but it's really powerful. And it makes you really think about the mistakes that people have made in the past and how we can make things better today and in the future. Well, I think that everyone should read this book if they want to understand American history better and learn how people are still fighting for equality today. Well, don't forget, I have a free diverse book list that you can download. Just click the link in the description to get your copy. All right, book schoolers, let's recap the key points about celebrating Juneteenth in your homeschool. So we've covered the history of this important day, from the Emancipation Proclamation to the official recognition of Juneteenth as a holiday. We've also explored some books that you can add to your homeschool library so that you can teach your children about Juneteenth. Well, by incorporating these books and activities, these traditions into your homeschool, you'll help your children gain a deeper understanding and appreciation for this very special day. So here's my challenge to you. Choose one of the books that I've recommended and read it to your family. Engage in meaningful discussions about Juneteenth and its importance. And don't forget to let me know in the comments which book you chose and how your family plans to celebrate Juneteenth. Well, if you're looking for even more resources to support your Juneteenth lessons, be sure to check the links in the description for my free diverse books for your family book list and my Charlotte Mason style Diverse Areas Bondage to Freedom 12-week lesson kit. Did you know that Opal Lee, the grandmother of Juneteenth, recently received an award by President Joe Biden? And she received this award for her efforts for making Juneteenth a federal holiday. This video up here talks all about that. It's really amazing. Well, I hope that this video has deepened your understanding of Juneteenth's significance in American history. Let's continue to celebrate and honor the freedom and resilience of African Americans in our community. And if you've enjoyed this content, please hit that subscribe button and share this with your friends, okay? This will help me out in the algorithm, and it will actually help me to create more videos for you with homeschooling tips and book recommendations in the future. I've got some really exciting things planned for this channel, and I don't want you to miss out. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video right there.